And welcome straight back into it, ladies and gents, boys and girls, kids of all ages. We are indeed going to be starting off the third match of the evening for the APL Awesome Premier League. That's what it stands for. You know why Premier, Moses? Because it's the freaking best teams in the world. Pretty much that's why.
Absolutely. We've seen some excellent performances so far from Knights, who have been dominating in both fragging and the top placements, winning 2 games in a row so far. So we'll see if the domination can continue here, as we're going to see a fairly neutral playing path coming from the bottom right side of the map all the way through the middle here, through Pachinki, the home of Method. The Rogue jumping out again to the military base. Knights maybe opting for that Milta area. In the absence of Vitality and FaZe, that Milta area is quickly been swallowed up by teams looking for a new home, as it allows them a little bit more flexibility through the early game. But what can you say about Knights so far, Boogie? Incredible performance.
Amazing indeed. And it's one that they're going to be hoping to achieve for the third and fourth. But then again, even if they don't, they've pretty much set themselves for the winners of the night. But as you guys sitting at home are indeed aware of this is a long-drawn tournament. So it's not just on the night. As many points as you can get, those are going to be accumulating. And the ones, they're going to be accumulating to the final. They're going to be giving you some sort of a boost into the very finals of the APL. So the Knights, they're not going to be stopping here. It's not going to be, as you would see at a best of 8 or any of that kind of sort of thing, where you'd normally see teams start to go aggressive on the last few legs, trying to get more kills and all that kind of stuff. No, this time around it's a long drawn game, and it's one of tactics, it's one of patience, it's one of not dropping close to your enemies. Oh, never mind. Simzy and Ultra now close to Mini. It looks like this is a bit of a battle here on who will take this compound for the future of the APL. And this time around, Ultra has brought some friends. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure why or what the motivation is here. We've seen Mini Fridge here by himself again. I'm not sure if he's just intentionally here to harass Penta, but we've seen this again. This will be I think we saw this in the first game. Yeah, so it's like
can we get a hot pocket into the chat for Moses? Harassment.
Yeah, hot pocket. It looks like Mini Fridge is going to stay. You know what? I'm sensing Doom here, as Simsy of Doom and Ultra moving across to where they might have spotted him, and he's going to run away with his fancy leather coat.
There you go. That's a good pun. I got you. I see what you did there. And I approve. Ultra and Simsy are going to be holding on to a spot, though. Ooh, what a glass of 4x. Simsy nearly taking Mini down, and now they're going to be on. I don't know if Mini has any chance to heal up, or if he has any heals for that matter, but he's not going to be alive for too long, that's for sure, because Ultra already on the side flank here. Mini doesn't have a gun to work with here, doesn't have any kind of armor. All he has are a few bandages, and that's about it. And, well, there you go. Ultra should be able to spot him any second now. Ultra going in for the wide flank. Mini sees him indeed. He's going to be going for cover from that angle there, but as soon as he does, Simsy gets him from the other side. And as you called it, it was indeed the Simsy of Doom that got to him in the end. That's it for the Noxious team. They're going to have to play as 3s again. And it's not an easy task at all, especially when the circle isn't necessarily your friend. Let's have a look at the circle and see, where did it go to? Because I'm quite curious. It is different. Okay, all right. So they're
significantly less water this time around, which is nice.
Well, you still have the river, which might seem like less water, but it's played even more so than the side. This is an interesting point to make here, Moses, because even if there isn't, spatially there isn't that much water land, teams are still going to put even more of their own players inside of that one, because you don't know whether it's going to be on the north side or on the south side. And generally, when it's a circle like this, then you're going to have plenty of river covered all the way to, I don't know, circle 5 maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And the river, kind of cutting through the middle of the map there, not really playing a factor currently, but as the circle closes and that transition between north and south of the circle with that river in mind, teams have almost no option but to at least take a dip on the way across, if not use it to survive. We see the first crate coming in now. Ooh, that's a nice crate, actually. AW, no scope in there, but level 3 vest, AWM, and a ghillie suit, and the flavor of painkillers as well. As looks like Mikas is going to get it.
That's got to be a flavor of Mountain Dew, because this is a no scope crate. Get it?
I do get it, and I disapprove. But Mikas landing that crate. Where's your Doritos, bro? You got to get some. I think Blade Cedo Dorito, right? Something like that. I think he's somewhere else in the map right now.
Probably won't partake in this particular meme. Well, yeah, there you go. Still nobody going to North George. Still we see only one team going to South George, and still we see another one actually kind of on the hospital area there, but not a lot of action in the Georgia Pool area as we've been used to before. This time around, I like what Penta are trying to do here. They're trying to prep up. They're specifically trying to prep up for future tournaments because not a lot of teams actually go in Roshaka where they're going to be going. So that's a good thing. Besides, it's a good thing for them to actually try out new places to go because they're not heading to the next major line. I don't think they are in the IEM, are they? Don't think they are.
So Penta was not invited. I cannot recall.
It was not invited, but didn't make it to the qualies.
I don't think they did, but
no, they didn't. They were playing with two. Here's the thing: they were playing with two stand-ins, so that's
true too.
More difficult. You know what I mean? Avenger was a bit far away. He was living the life. He was living. I think where was it, in Thailand or something of the sort. That's.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, man.
Well,
spicy stuff.
Lots of distractions in Thailand, from my understanding. So I can imagine why he probably wasn't too interested in playing some PUBG over there.
He was there with his. I don't think those distractions apply. Anyway, Bruder now will be.
The food is really good, dude. Get your mind out of the gutter.
That's what I'm saying, man. He was with his missus. His missus was cooking food all the time.
Oh, I get it. I got it. Oh, is she located in Thailand? Is that where they
saved? No, I don't think she is. It was just the thing that they were planning for long. Anyway, I don't think viewers are so interested in.
Is there any other vacation plans we can maybe discuss? I don't know. I'm really interested to know.
From what I understand, getting back into the game, First Circle is indeed going to be strangling quite soon, and we will see teams trying to make their way. And we were talking earlier about how well it is to sometimes have some of your members being said in, wow, that's a nice parking job, King. That was actually quite sexy.
Yeah,
how important it is to have some territory in the water, to have yourself a bit of piece of the river, because you're not going to know whether or not it's going to be on the south or north side, and there's just a few choke points where you can be blocked off. That pan leaves Crispy alive, but it looks like Saiyan and Kane are already on the hunt. I don't know if Crispy's going to be alive for too long. He's a heck of an aimer. Very talented kid indeed, a British lad who really knows how to fire off. But when you're in a 1v3, 1v4 to be soon situation, what can you do but go inside and take a dip?
Yeah, Crispy, we've seen, like, this is the second time we've seen someone from Noxious caught up by themselves. Sane taking one to the face there and going down. Crispier not coming out unscathed either, as Wick, I am Phil, Kaint also coming out to try and support their down teammate. So Crispier putting some pressure here, but these peaks are without any support, no ability to trade. You see Mr. TV now coming over the flank, and here come Crip as well. And it looks like they come all the way out of their cover looking for this kill. And there it is, Mr. TV taking down Phil from long distance. So now all of a sudden they're on the ropes here. This is going to be a tough spot now. Purge Gaming in rough shape here, Boogie.
Yeah, Purge Gaming were the dominant ones for a minute, but it looks like Crispy had his teammates come from behind. That's the power of playing with your squad. You know what I mean? That's a really powerful call that Crispy made. They were like, okay, they all have the attention on me. You can come in now. You can save me. You can help me out. And there you go. That's going to be putting Noxious at the best position right now to take on this fight and win it. Wick is going to be taking some shots from Crispy as well. I told you guys, this guy's a heck of an aimer. Look at that. He's got a 2x on top of his M4 and he makes it work, and that's quite beautiful. And now he has the information that both of his enemies are in the small red on the north side of this compound. So now he goes for the side rotate. We'll be meeting up with his friends, and that's a good thing to do because Crispy does not have any helmet, so he's very, very vulnerable at this moment in time. It's actually good that he does that. But Kaint spotted Mista in the meantime, and he's taking him down, and now Kaint is going to be trying to make the same thing against Crip, and it will be working out. But the fact that Crispy has moved in, that might give him the saving grace. Let's see if it works out. It doesn't look like Kaint has any teammates of his own. Let's see in him versus Crispy, who's going to be coming on top. Kaint will be leaving this angle, will be leaving this area. I don't think that he will be going back. Oh, he does go back into the fight. Crispy spots him, takes some shots. None of them connect though, so this is a chance to res Mista, but will it be so?
Yeah, it looks like Kaint was just trying to put enough pressure on them to force them to res. Maybe trying to pick up a kill here, peeks out a little bit too wide and takes it. He had the opportunity to res and decided that he was going to try and go for it. He did not leave anything on the table, however, as it looks like Mr. TV was the last one remaining and was then flanked. Oh no, he's still there. He's got a little bit further away. That was Crispier was the last man standing, but is caught up by Real ZX. So that was well played and a good trade there, but unfortunately, they're back in the lobby as Penta comes out of nowhere and cleans up here. So lots of loot available now for Penta and no one nearby.
Yeah, there you go. Penta having the quiet town of Rorschach to themselves. Heard the ruckus made by the youths of Noxious and Purge. And they decided to have a look themselves and see what's going down. And they're like, here, get out of my server, kids. I'm trying to fall asleep. But yeah, there you go. They come out on top. This is a thing that you often see in professional matchmaking. Professional competitions. When teams hear of each other's position, they will let the battle be close to an end. And then when they read on the score feed that there's more of them downed, that's when they make their move.
Well, that's an important thing to keep in mind in all aspects of the game, pro or not pro. Being mindful of the kill feed, like it's an information game. You always have to be collecting information. The kill feed gives you info, obviously your eyeballs, and then audio is probably the second most important. But you know, as far as the
and your other balls give you a good advantage as well. If you do take the courage.
So sometimes you need it. So you do need it, man, especially when you're like looking at Knights, as we see Voxic rotating here on the motorcycle. Courage plays a big part of this, where, you know, pushing over that ridge into a team, you don't know how they're positioned, but you got to take that fight to try and secure your next spot in the zone. That's something that you see from the top teams. FaZe, Vitality do it all the time. They will take team fights and risks to secure a position, and when they pair that with the high skill, you know, that's when you get to the top of the leaderboard more often than not.
And here's a bit of breather as well for Lumber Mill. Just to point this one out, they got it themselves that 2+2 compound just south of Severny. It's a very powerful one. M24 with a level 3 helmet. That's a juicy drop right there. And I'm not too sure who's close to it. Oh, Espo is going to be close to that one. They might be going for it indeed. I don't think there's anybody else trying to contest that one by Fallen Plane. So they should be having themselves a very powerful sniper. But yeah, talking about Lumber Mill, you can see they have the 2+2 right now on the map. And it looks like Knights are going to be going past that one. They do know that there's members into that one. So Survivor might be well off going towards the south line here. And finally, an easier game for the Lumber Mill guys, because they normally loot Severny. And when it comes to rotations towards the melee circle, I know they're not always, you know, you're never going to be favored when you come for the furthest point and try and establish yourself on the circle. But this time around, the circle is indeed going to be containing a close spot. They're loading grounds. And now they've taken a heck of a lot of shots against the Knights, which will be taking only 2 vehicles out of here, and those ones are both going to be trikes that UAZ is not going to be used further down the road because it's already been dinked down. It's already smoking, as you can see on the map right now. In this situation, smoking kills. So there you go.
Well, absolutely. And you can actually see in this case for Lumber Mill, they're going to have to move to the Knights eventually. So they have that nice little compound to the north of the Knights, but the Knights do have the zone on them. So well chosen there. Might have been well served for them to maybe move a little bit earlier, as they are rotating now. See here, Lux and company moving around the Razak area. So the Knights, and actually everybody is going to start moving at the same time with that new zone pop. So opting to get away from the edge here, Boogie.
Let's see how they decide to rotate in. Lux is going to be coming in here. That UAZ is going to be full blast, full speed, but it's also going to be blasted by his enemies here. Ooh, Simsy. Takes some spicy shots, and he connects them as well. Zenta has a chance to come inside the safety of the Harry Potter, but now it's going to be trying to reply. Doesn't really work out. Simsy's got the second knockout as well, and that's going to be about it. I think it's just Fawn left alive. This is a very, very dire spot for him, as he will try to make his way out. He does have another teammate. No. Oh, but he's smoking heavily. He has to stop here right now. Oh, is he going to be going against Marius? That's absolutely insane the way that car went. If it would have knocked Marius down, that would have been the sickest one ever. Now Marius won't have necessarily the support of his teammates. Oh, and it looks like Fawn wants to steal Marius's bike. It's not going to be panning out though.
Yeah, Fawn now in a rough shape here. So back from Zarky, crashing into that compound held by Simsy, and that was you got to know that compound's probably got somebody in there. They were crashing his too, but that didn't work out. Now AIM here is like, whoa, I was having a good time here by myself, and people are throwing cars at me, things are exploding, and all of a sudden he's got an interloper next to him. As we see, Zokden Nam is there as well. So AIM, that looked like a high value exit there. Looks like AC landed just fine though. Vex there to receive him. Hearing that, AC having to use that cover down below, rotate a little bit further away. Vex putting pressure onto his teammate, trying to gather some info. AC very concerned about that other building right there. He doesn't want to get pressed, but he's looking to land a headshot here on Reese. Now, oh, here comes some nades as well. Andy is down. The res is going to come out. Reese putting pressure. No LOS there just yet. It takes a little bit of damage. This is a high-risk res, but needed. Andy is down. Got to use that opportunity to use that advantage, Boogie. Oh, no, right on top of them. That nade lands true. AC and Andy now in very rough shape. I don't think they have anyone to support them right now.
I do apologize for earlier on, Moses. We have to apologize deeply and profusely. Nothing was happening on the map, and we were actually banding. So let us apologize for that one. Just say sorry.
Sorry?
There you go. Some stuff is happening now, though. As you can see, Fawn still staying alive there from TSM. This games, though, and APR have done themselves a 1+1. And I don't know if it's going to be necessarily working out because Zook and Nam are trying to push into this compound where Vis Games is located. There's a crossfire that APR can use, but it doesn't look like he's going to be firing off any shots. Vis Games making a heck of a lot of noise upstairs. Brother's going to be opening the door against him. Let's see if it pans out to their advantage here. Vis Games putting in the shots, but is it going to be enough? No. Brother breaks down the door and takes a name. To his credit, APR is still alive though. Is he gonna be? How is he gonna respond here, Moses? I think the best way to respond in this situation is just to get the crap out. But because Fawn is so close to him, he can't even get out.
Yeah, APR is in a bit of a rough shape here. Fawn, like you said, right next to him. Method's support was quite far away, so right now APR is going into full defensive mode. He does have smack and break elsewhere in the map. We didn't see it where they are immediately, but Fawn is just like, I'm not moving anywhere. They shot at my car, so I'm going to stay here. So Break and Smack are a little bit further away. Rogue here has got themselves a nice compound, also known as the school. Blade Cedo nearby. But ultimately, probably things are going to settle here for just a moment now that the movement phase is kind of finished and everyone's found themselves a home.
Yes, indeed. Method, going for that little swim there. Turtle, we can understand the nickname and the position. But Leighton, wouldn't he be laying down, I suppose? I don't know. What is he doing in the water? Well, they're finding themselves some sort of a position, I suppose. Is there anybody left from them? No. Still, APR and Fawn won't have to take on the fight because they're in a very good position, as they are both. So they're pretty much going to have to work with each other at this moment in time. And we've seen this time and time again, actually, Moses, in competitive. We've seen teams actually take 2 places of a compound. Survivor, look at those crazy skate skills going downhill. Just prepping up for his weekend in Aspen. It's working out just fine for him. But yeah, we've seen this time and time again. Teams take one house next to another, and they use that to help each other out to try and keep everybody else out from the circle.
Yeah, absolutely. And zoning your opponents is something that you need to do. You got to use the zone to your advantage. Allow that to pressure them into movements that they wouldn't otherwise be making. We see here Break and Smack now rotating around. That River is still playing a heavy role here. Smack getting closer to Ultra here, who is going to take some shots, and Break is going to hit the River here. So it looks like Smack is taking a little bit of damage here. He's going to do the same thing, so having to jump out of his vehicle into the river here. TSM having a bit of a rough go here. They are trying to probably reunite with APR here, who is still right next to Fawn, with Zokt and Nam having moved in, but Penta having a very decent control here on that bridge location, unable to or not going to allow anyone to cross near them. As you saw that pressure coming on to TSM Knights, receiving some pressure now from Lumber Mill up there as well, I believe. Yeah, so it looks like kind of settling in here for this next transition, but ultimately just poking happening, Boogie.
Absolutely. And the thing is, Lumber Mill has a bit of a position to work with here. They have a bit of a divot, a bit of a ridge. They can peek in and take shots to wherever they want, and they're not going to be contested where they are right now. So they have a very good position. Even if you guys see them play outside, it's actually not that hard of a spot to defend. This particular place, just north of the bridge where they're currently situated here, it's very powerful. But if we actually zoom out and we have a look at the map and see, have a look at an overview and see how they're located, as you can see here, indeed, Lumber Mill are in a good spot. So from here, they can try and exchange shots with the Knights. They know each other's position, but then again, this is not going to be any kind of a war of attrition or any kind of a aggressive kind of push. They both have a good spot as it is, and they both can actually keep other teams from trying to come in.
And holding that zone as it transitions now, like I mentioned, will be important. We see FCE here. Not sure what they're going to do here. This compound that they're in is decent, but doesn't give a lot of options for movement. Breaks Go and Chronics lurking near the river. You can hear the gentle brook right next to you. I don't think they have anyone with them. Oh, there you go. They have you near there as well. So they have a potential for a bit of a flank here, but there is no urgency for them to be moving. So right now it's going to be a bit of a information gather session here, as Chronics and company might not be aware of their presence.
Yes, indeed. Let's see what's going to be panning, how it's going to be panning out in this sort of situation. FC Espo are going to have to try and make a move slightly south but they will have themselves some players close to them. See how this one pans out. Brexco will be leading the way with Chronix here, and they might just be going for a bit of a side flank here. Exalt Gaming have to take that enemy team close to them because they're probably going to be blocking them for the next circle. So this might indeed burst off in this situation. But as soon as they fire their shots, they're going to raise the alarms for Lumber Mill, who will be looking to on their direction. Woogie Boogie hasn't spotted them yet, which is an interesting thing to note. But now he's going to be taking some shots in as well. But there you go. Now that the shots have been coming in from Exalt Gaming, the whole of Lumber Mill is pretty much going to be tunnel visioned on that area, which might make things very, very hard for them, especially considering that they're not in the circle as it is.
And we'll see how FCE responds here. They definitely hear these shots happening right next to them. Here comes the rotate, a vehicle coming out, Exalt taking some initial shots at them. So FCE taking some pressure here early as they're all jumping in their vehicles to transition. And Exalt Gaming is just being held down by Lumbermill across the way. FCE is going to use this opportunity to get into the zone. Knights again in the middle of the circle in a compound, so the luck continues for them. But Chronix and company having spotted out FCE, now putting pressure in that direction. So a bit of a two-way fight here happening between Exalt Gaming and Lumbermill, who have also started to move a little bit using that cover. But we'll see how Exalt handles this. They do have that ridge to run all the way along, so they don't have to take direct fight if they don't have to. So looking here, Knights method still in the water. TSM still holding on. It looks like Smack and AMPR have now met up. Break in the river. Whereas Mickey and the rest of Vexed lurking on the edge of the zone. Penta still in good shape. Hanging out in the middle of the map still. Avenger and Simsy looking like they're taking a few pokes over at LFO in the school. Rogue lurking as well. Boogie, I think we're going to have a bit of a battle here as this next circle transitions.
Yes, we might indeed. There you go. Finally had my issue sorted here from my end. Well, sorry guys, we're just trying to make sure that we're in sync with you guys, so that there's no kind of weird delay. Let's see what Fuffins chooses to do here. His teammates have already rotated into the circle, and the circle is going to be strangling him as well. Not to say that he cannot outrun this, but as soon as he would try and attempt to do that here, his teammates would have a hard time. So now he's staying from school, putting in some good shots, helping him out as well, but Penta comes out on top. Ultra with the first frag here. Fuffins cannot find the closers, and that's an important task for him. Reels is going to be taking shots back at him, so Fuffins needs to move out. And now all he can do at this moment in time is pretty much use some boosters and try to run it in, as his teammates are going to be alone in this situation. Actually, no, his teammates have been killed. So I think it's just him left in this battle. Anyway, the circle indeed will reveal itself. And as it is right now, as you can see, there's still plenty of water in it. So you can still see not that many teams as I would have thought there would have been, actually, Moses.
Yeah, the water is a double-edged sword. It provides you temporary safety, but coming out of it, especially in this area with all the high ground around it, would be very, very difficult. Wookie Bookie is in there. So if you're down and your team's in a lot of has taken a lot of damage through there, you're the last guy remaining. Water's great, but if you're jumping in there as 4, you lose almost all advantage, and getting out of it in this area, like I mentioned, is just very difficult, and you can't manage that engagement. You see Udir's down there, Chronix and Brixco receiving some fire. I'm not sure if they're aware that Wookie Bookie's right next to them. Brixco looking around, Wookie Bookie also lurking, Lumbermill. I think he's all by himself right now with the rest of his team just a little bit further away. Spots out Udir taking some shots. Brixco now looking to trade, jumping out, looking to take that angle away. Brixco takes one in the face, however. So that's a good down there. He's going to try and finish that off, and he will. Chronix says, oh my God, my friend, you can't be doing that. Here comes the grenade. So he's going to try and this angle here. Up. I think a little bit too harsh on the angle might land. Oh, yeah, just a little bit low. But
it was cooked.
It was cooked. Just, I think another half a second or two, that would have landed right in his head. But looks like AMPR and Smack. Simsy has entered the compound. I'm not sure if Smack heard him. He's lurking around, holding that angle. Simsy looking the wrong direction, but comes in from the other side, does Penta, and now it looks like Simsy's going to trade. Ooh. AMPR is out of position, unable to trade for his teammate. So now it looks like Ultra is down. Simsy protecting aim, having the information, maybe wanted to jump out the balcony. He's going to go out the side window, gets a flank here, finds it.
Oh!
Simsy returning fire, taking lots of damage. AMPR now receiving fire from Reels the X, who's protecting. Avenger now supporting as well, and that is going to be it for AMPR as well. Well positioned for Penta there. That was very close for Marius, but unable to convert. Break the last man standing for TSM.
or swimming rather, in the water
Yep.
there. Has a bit of an insurance, still containing circle, still containing water, so he's going to be quite happy with that one. There's still 11 teams left alive. If you would have been in the compound with aim, perhaps things would have went out slightly differently. Perhaps this entire team would have got wiped out. So that's why you see this insurance card setting in your fourth in the river or on the outskirts of the circle, in the water, on the sea. That brings you some sort of a chance at a better position here. Bruder doesn't have that though. Reese is going to be taking him down. It looks like Vex are in a very, very good spot themselves. But as soon as they make their way into the safety of the next white, they're going to have a very hard task because it's quite an open area. So it's not going to be easy for them at all, indeed. Zuk the Nam might want to go for a push here, and this push, I'm not too sure how it's going to be planning. Oh no, they just want to save their teammate Bruder. And they will be getting that. Bruder's in a safe spot. Nobody else should be able to see him now. There is one solo guy playing squad number 5, but that guy is more likely to take shots at Vexed rather than at Zuk the Nam.
And Meek is with the AWM here, looking down on these teams down in the Razak area, uncharged, and Zoktanam having received some fire already. Stab taking down Blade Cedo just off screen there. So Vex is doing okay here. They've spotted out Fuffins. Fuffins taking a shot from the AWM. And now it looks like Jazza and company are going to have to try and get into one of these compounds there. Vex is full strength, but sure if they're trying to position themselves around here, and they will take some fire. Jazza taking some shots inside that compound. That is a lot of bullets coming his way as he goes down. Fuffins as well. So that's going to be 2 kills picked up there for Vex. Vex still full strength. Actually, a lot of full strength teams here. Some headed into the water. Pent is in the water right now. Lumbermill rotating around that coastal area still. But Vex here is looking quite strong at the top of this hill.
Dingo. We'll be trying to find a different position against Vexed. Vexed want to make some sort of a move in here, but will they get the chance to do it? Raz has a sneaky kind of itch to try and push against Zuktan now, but he's not going to be doing that just yet. Dingo's still the first one that could potentially spot them. And with that smoke, well, it looks like Vexed are going to be safe for not a lot of time. As soon as that dissipates, Dingo should have some sort of an angle onto that one there. We'll see how it pans out in the middle. In the meantime, 10 teams left alive. And oh, check this one out. One of the lads from Zuktan Nam getting himself knocked out. That's not going to make things any easier. Gustav actually from Lumbermill has taken him down. But now those guys are going to have to move in as well as pretty much everybody else. Just the Knights have a very, very powerful piece of the puzzle here, it seems.
Have the Knights not had the circle today at any point?
Yeah,
I mean, it's, you know what, they've gone through these games, you know, fragging out of their minds, but with the circle, the wind in their sails right now, so they're shooting down towards Method as Vex is trying to return fire as well. Leighton going to be caught out here across by Reese. Turtle down there, so it looks like I didn't see who actually landed that hit on Leighton. It looks like it was Vex, but Reese going down himself now as the Knights have this wide open high ground location, but FCE lurking behind them. So Vex getting lots of pressure from Knights, and all around them, they have nowhere to go right now, Boogie.
Well, the water, pretty much, if they can get there. But the Knights actually have the angle on them. It's not going to be an easy task at all. We'll see if it pans out well enough for them or not. Looks like Drado wants to pepper them with shots, but they can also hear that FCS bow. Well, they don't know that it's FCS bow particularly, but they know that there's a squad just to their northwest. Still, they're going to be focusing all their shots against Vex, and ooh, do they connect? Boy, do they connect. Stab is actually going to be finding himself the close round to that one there. So Stab stealing, well, not stealing, actually, he got the frag on fair chance. Wookie Bookie also finding frag. That tells us that Lumbermill have now taken to the ground, but now as they do, it looks like Zurk and Nam have their names as well. Wookie Bookie won't be getting downed, but it looks like Stab will be falling by the Knights. Knights have an absolutely dominating spot where they are right now.
Yeah, there's nowhere better to be right now. They have high ground cover looking down on all these water teams. Even if the water teams, let's say they all banded together and didn't shoot each other on the way out of the water, Knights would have a perfect view of them as they come out of the water. Zokta Nam is in there, Method's in there, almost all remaining teams, save for the Knights and FCE here. Wookie Bookie, no helmet, having taken lots of damage. The sole guy of Lumbermill outside the water right now. I think Trifley might be on the coast as well, but this is going to be a tough rotate. The circle now closing. This is going to be hopefully the exit out of the water, or for their sake, the exit of Knights out of their dominant position. We'll have to see here.
There she goes. Splishy splash. Wookie Bookie will be taken to the water. And Trifley, actually from his same team, has a spot on land. So he's going to be helping out his teammate. As soon as this circle updates, and if it is not going to contain any water, Although that's less likely. It's probably going to have at least a little part of the river. But at least the fact that Truffity is actually on land, that means that he's going to be able to block off anybody trying to come into from the water area. Now, Dingle, caught between the rock and a hard place here, won't be getting any chances to move in. Espo are putting him down behind a rock, and it doesn't seem like they have the opportunity to finish him off. No, as I say that, Dingle takes up a lot of damage, but he has some boosters on him, as we saw his HP slowly getting up. There you go. He's going to be using a first aid kit as well, so he might be bringing himself to a better position. His teammates are not in the water. I think Dingle is the last one staying alive for his team. Very, very hard spot for Zerktanam. Very hard spot for anybody that's not Espo or the Knights right now.
Wookie does have the opportunity to shoot down into the water now, as they're all going to have to come out. FCE not quite in the zone, but having the advantage. Knights now, I'm interested to see if they're going to use this opportunity to rotate towards FCE and try and take them out, because if they do, they'll have control of the entire edge of the top of the zone there. So it looks like they're thinking about it a little bit. FCE taking a little bit of pressure here. Drayden trying to spot them out. So if they want to rotate there and clear them out, Knights will again be in control of this game. So we'll see if they have the courage to do so. It looks like Survivor is going to start to move here. Getting on top. Mizey looking down. Survivor might have spotted him. Oh, looks like Bruder's taking down Wookie. Boogie. Knights now going forward, taking down Dingle Rabes. Boogie, do they have the courage?
No, they have to. They have to grab themselves by the courage and try to make a push for it here. Survivor, the one leading the pack, won't be spotting anybody just yet, but they know that Espo is just on the other side. They're going to be trying to put a stop to that one. There is smoke that might actually help teams coming out of the water. We'll see if it does indeed do that. In the meantime, Espo holding on to this, but they got some UAZs to work out as well. They have the edge of the circle, but Dreidon and Survivor coming in from an unsuspecting position. One that Mizzy is not going to be suspecting. So there you go. He's going to be the first one knocked out, but Dreidon takes damage himself, so the trade is good. Still, though, Survivor is alive. What can he do in this position? Well, he's going to be taken down to Yuho. Now going to be putting himself behind a tree. Gonna have to use a bandage first and then a first aid kit. I don't think there's any chance, but oh, look at this. In the meantime, Espo actually get their chances at a res. And they're going to be playing at least as threes. If Missy can make the cross here, he's going to be playing himself. Oh, so low on HP. Takes one shot from his enemies, but it doesn't really matter. He will get the res himself. So Espo are going to be quite soon for, unless Tuho gets knocked out again. Oof, that's unfortunate. Dig. I'm going to have to play this one a bit more careful, but he at the same time has to go aggressive. Cannot allow the Knights to push him right now, and the Knights want to do just that. Arj gets himself spotted a little bit there, and it looks like he's going to get knocked out himself. Not an easy task for Espo right now. Survivor putting in the shots with the DP nonetheless, but Voxic, his teammate, falls. So that's him and Krama left alive, and Krama needs to heal. So this fight will be delayed a little bit. That was
so well handled by Knights. I just wish they had just gone for it just a little bit, but they did trade, so I can understand some of the hesitance there. As for the hesitation, they used that smoke grenade to take away the line of sight onto the teams down in the water, as we see here. Survivor going down. Rahima now the last man standing, so this did not work out. I think the Knights maybe would have wanted to push once they had those two downs, but they opted to just watch the bottom of that water as the Knights now on the ropes, and FCE now in control of this top end of the zone, unless Rahima can get a res and also take it to them, but it's not going to happen. A Survivor is going to go down here with that water closing. So I liked the idea, just the execution did not quite pan out for Knights.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The fact that Krama is now a bit of a thorn in the side of FC Espo, it's got to be making, or it's got to be allowing guys from the water to actually come into the land. And I'm actually curious to see which one's going to be making it first on land, because that one's going to be able to take down everybody else. Currently in the water is just solos. That's literally it. It's just one member squads, so to speak, as is Krama. The only ones that actually have any kind of upper hand is here are the guys from FC Espo, but they spot Krama indeed. And with that in mind, now they're going to be trying to put a stop to anybody coming onto the land. As you can see, fast rotate coming in, Arj leading
right
the way
to the water.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see if they suspect that the last one staying alive would be coming out of the water. Looking at the circle there, a smart assumption indeed. Larry seems to be the first one up.
It's like they're evolving before our eyes, taking their first steps onto land after all this time in the water, looking to see if they can knock out one of these other solos, like you mentioned, all solo right now. So it's just a matter of survival. You see Turtle here, the last man standing. Break for TSM, the last member of his team as well, and ultimately Vexed. I believe that's, let's see who the other guy was, but regardless, FCE just looking to, like, land sharks looking down at the fishes here, seeing if they can pick up some extra kills here on the way to a victory. But we'll see if I don't think they can even get up here. I don't think they can get up here. No, I think they're stuck there.
Yeah, Larry's safe where he is. And well, the thing is that I think this is circle 8, and that's about it. No, actually, Larry's not safe where he is. Well, he is now. But yeah, this is the final circle. So Espo, all they have to do right now is push down. But do they have the utility to do just that? Because we haven't seen them use any kind of nades against the Knights in their battle here.
I thought it was just a little bit off camera there. I thought he pulled his arm back, but
right.
Break taking some circle damage as well, just trying to stay safe.
So as I was saying, they haven't used any nades, so they haven't, the guys from SCSPO. So they could potentially use the nades right now into the water.
If they choose you see what Break's doing?
Yeah,
he's trying to keep Ultra from getting up under the rocks by using his body to block him. So he's like pushing him into the zone but taking damage at the same time. So it's like some water strats here happening. But oh man, this is a tough ending here for these guys in the water.
This is dire. This is dire indeed. We'll see how it pans out. Well, the star is going to be coming up soon. And I sure hope that the star to close the game is not going to be a star that's in the water. In the meantime, Break has been taken down by Irish. There are still 3 little fishies in the barrel. Let's see if Espo can finish the job before the star shows up. No, they're putting in the good shots there, but because Ultra is underwater now, well, he's not going to be taking too much damage. Irish at least knows the position of one of them, but he's going to have to be careful because... Actually, no, because Larry cannot get up from where he is.
No, there's no way up.
It's all in the star. It's all in the star at this moment in time.
Yeah. So Larry has no way up. Well, he might be able to. I don't think that jump. Maybe I don't think the jumps would kill him regardless. He would get spotted. So it's from an effect standpoint. There's no way up from this water. So it's just going to be racing. Looks like Ultra will dive first, potentially giving his teammate 4th place. I guess they have no nades. So if they did, they would be thrown by now. But ultimately, this looks like an FCE victory.
Yeah, it should be. By all means and purposes. Again, it's on the star. If you guys don't know what we're talking about the star, at the end of the 8th circle, what happens is there's going to be a star revealing on the mini-map, or on the map as well. And that's where the circle is going to shrink to a very, very tiny little dot. So that's where the game is going to be closing in. It's going to be happening quite soon, it seems. I don't think there's more than 30 seconds left until we do see the star appear. I think actually even less than that.
Do they leave it at the 5-minute timer in these settings? I can't recall.
No. It's not. It's definitely not. It's less than that, I think. Then again, we'll see how it is. I like this from Digger though. He does try to make some sort of side play.
I don't think he's having. I don't think he's
not
having
actually
an angle. He doesn't have an angle to get over there. I think they're worried about peeking over and like.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
For that reason, so Mizey finishing him off. Probably, well, I guess that res is safe enough just to be absolutely 100% safe as Turtle. Maybe he gets the star. Maybe he gets it in the water or something. But
usually on the edge. The thing is, Turtle doesn't have any boosters. Look at that. He's got a sliver of life left.
Where is it?
That's sorry. He's got a sliver of life left to complete his full heal. He would have boosted until now.
Yeah. So the star is out of the water.
There
Turtle
you go.
seeing that. Yeah, so it's that's gonna be it. So GG to FCE, excellent work to Turtle taking the bonus ball, but FCE securing themselves a victory here. Method taking a 0-kill 2nd place, Vex coming in 3rd place, Penta well fought 4th, and TSM sneaking into the top 5 again with a tough go as far as team fighting goes, but under the skills of Break find themselves in the top 5, and the Knights, the favorites to win, coming in a sad 6th place, but still good effort from them.
There you go. Yeah, it's still a good effort from them. Indeed, they got a little bit blessed, you can say, tonight, but they've fought their way as well in previous matches. There you go. That's something to be taken away from. Anyway, guys, we'll be coming back with the 4th and final match pretty soon. So we'll see you guys in there. And yeah, don't you go anywhere. We'll come back and hopefully we're going to be synced by that.